There we go. New Doctor announced, Chris Marshall. It's an honour and a privilege to announce Chris Marshall as the new Doctor, the 14th Doctor. We can just end this video now because Chris Marshall is officially being cast as the next Doctor. It'll happen one day, right? I'm sure it will happen. But hello YouTubers and random Doctor Who fans. I'm actually quite happy with how this looks. I think the green works pretty well. I think I'll probably get like a green LED light instead of my bedside light, but I think the purple and the green clash well. Let's see who we got here tonight. So, we got, and yeah, okay, I'll just say I kicked Sonic XC out because I don't want people using that word on my channel, regardless of whether it's a joke or not. I just don't want it. All right, I'm not gonna stand for that shit, to be honest, because it's not really a place for it. Go somewhere else and say stuff like that. Hey Cameron, the random person who doesn't know what to do. Hello, how you doing? YouTube, good to have you here. Olin, great to have you here too. And yeah. And yes, it's Chris Marshall. ASA Butterfield should have been cast, in my opinion. If I don't know who that is, but I'll have a look. And we also got Richard Coleman here too. It's really great to have you here, man. Hang on, I'm gonna Google who this Asa Butterfield is. Hang on. Screen share. Asa Butterfield. Quite nerdy looking. Maybe he looks a little bit too much of a weeb to play the Doctor, but I don't know. But yeah, we'll get into all the Doctor stuff in a minute, just after I say hello to all of you guys and how you all been. I've not actually watched the new Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, which I'm looking forward to watching actually, but I probably won't do a reaction or anything because you know, Star Wars is one of those personal things which I don't really care to make videos about that much, but I will make some, maybe on the MonoSupreme Mania channel. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. That's just a channel for me to just piss around and not take the YouTube algorithm seriously at all, because, well, you shouldn't anyway. You shouldn't take any of this seriously because it's stupid. Unless you treat it like a business, you shouldn't take it seriously. And I definitely don't treat this like a business. I just treat it like pissing around. And I can't get over how good this stream looks because of the green. The purple and the green clashing. I think it looks great. And yeah, we're joined by two Cybermen. We're joined by the regular Cyberman here. And we are joined by the Cyber Leader from the next Doctor, and I refuse to call it the Cyber Lord because that's just not who the character is. That was in Blood of a Cyberman, not in the next Doctor, so it's the leader. I don't care what the TARDIS Wiki says, it's still the leader. We got TBV Figures, how you doing? And I forgot to reply to your message, I do apologise for that, but I'm really bad at replying to messages. Richard will tell you that. But yeah, we're going to be discussing the Doctor in this live stream, so, and also I went to Time Fracture as well in London yesterday. We literally just got back from London this morning, and no, this afternoon. It was fun, but I'll talk about it a little bit later, and then I'm going to be doing a spoiler-filled review as well, so that's going to be a separate video, but we're going to go spoiler-free in this live stream, and we're going to be doing a spoiler video later. Yeah, I want an American to play the Doctor. That would be quite cool. I don't know what hooding means. Is this just like a phrase that I'm not familiar with? Hey Tom, how you doing? And yes, you've got both of those helmets. Actually, this one is actually quite hard to come by, so good, well done on that, because I got this from a charity shop, and you don't see them about that much. I think that they weren't made in as higher quantities because it was towards the end of Tennant's run where the merchandise was slowing down, so they're harder to get than the other ones. But yeah, on this one, I'm going to be doing a refurbish on this thing. I'll grab it because I can explain what I'm talking about. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be filling in all of like the circular holes and stuff, because you know who wants those. Filling in these bits because look, these joint things there. It's not right. And I'm also going to be filling in like the breathing holes as well, and dremeling the eye holes a little bit more and putting some black fabric on the inside. Pardon me, and then giving it like a more steel paint job so it'll actually look like a Cyberman. I mean, the sculpt isn't 100% accurate anyway because it's a resculpt. It's not from the same molds as the show. Even though you could actually buy those, they were amazing. I wish that I had one, but no, we've got to just deal with this because this is the best option for us casual collectors. No, I think in the future I am definitely going to buy a real Millennium Effects Cyber Industries head because, well, they are my favourite Cyberman design. So, well, one of anyway. I think. The Tomb ones probably are, but we covered that in a previous live stream. This one's about the new Doctor, alright? But we can still talk about other stuff, because it's a MonoSupreme live show, and we talk about all sorts in this thing. I'll just check the comments, and I'll just ask you guys what you think of the casting choice, because, well, yeah, I'm interested to see what you guys think. Bob the Cyberman and Dave the Cyber Leader. Those are fantastic names. But who's to say that this Cyberman here wasn't a woman before it was converted, so, you know. It is quite funny, like, I've noticed that when we name monsters, we always tend to name them as men. And, well, obviously it's never going to 100% be the case. Sure, the Sontarans are all men because they're not really gender specific, but they are cloned from the same thing the whole time, so they're going to be the same gender no matter what, even though they probably don't have one. But then again, gender politics confuses everything, so it's, no, that was a half joke, by the way. Hoping it's my bloody there we go. Hoping the guy that hosted Reveal the Doctor. You were hoping you would be hosted? Is my bloody autocorrect as I don't look what I'm typing? Yeah, that's fine, no worries. Minecraft Spidey, did you see Pop Seco? Yes, I did. And did you just go from? Is this Sonic XE just going onto a different account? For Chrome, you should try a paint that lasts so well. That is a brush, good on for price. Yeah, send me that and I'll have a look. And yes, we want it to get saucy with Captain Jack. Hang on, where were we? Yeah, we were talking about the new Doctor. He's certainly a human being. Let me just say that. You know, oh, fucking hell, I didn't come prepared for this video because I had a clip from something, which I was just going to play to you guys. Okay. Let me just... But keep those comments coming in about the new Doctor. I definitely think it's interesting, but I tend not to judge before I've seen anything, and I'm not a fan of judging before I've seen anything because it always influences your opinion. Because I remember when Jodie was announced, I wasn't that keen on the idea of a female Doctor at the time. For those who are new to the channel, it's still not something that I would pick because I still see the character as a man, but at the same time, you know, I do recognise that, well, when I went to Time Fracture, I did see that there were a lot of young girls who were dressed up in 13 cosplays and absolutely love it. So, you know, it's not my place and it's not your place to take that away from people. It's all personal. A lot of it's personal preference, and a lot of it is the fact that the Doctor has been a man for however many years, and that's so ingrained in our brains anyway, and it just is synonymous with the character. But at the same time, I've never really been anti-female Doctor. It's just not something that I really see, and I don't know. I just kind of wish that it was in a separate universe. I kind of wish they rebooted it after Capaldi and just took it in a different direction with a fresh slate. But you know, I'm probably going to get cancelled for, you know, trying to be nice about my opinion, but, you know, it's just one of those things. Where were we? What was I trying to find? Oh, yeah, the quote. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of a context. Okay. And this is relevant to what we're talking about, guys. I hope you guys can hear it, but context is what were the thoughts on Robert Pattinson as the new Batman, and Chris Stuckman, the guy on the left. Well, they're both YouTube heroes of mine. I love everything they do, and Chris Stuckman basically just said what people should really go into casting choices with, because, you know, you've got to wait and see, because I can't make any judgment because I've not seen anything. But okay, let's have a look.
Did it sparkle in the sunlight? I'm not sure Ryan Pattinson.
Oh wait, no, I think it's a bit earlier than this. Hang on. Wait. Hopefully I don't get copyright striked, even though these aren't copyrighted.
Rumors. No one's gonna cast Robert Pattinson as Batman.
They did. Yes.
They do. Why would
This is from 2019, by the way.
Why would you, Matt Reeves? Why would you do that?
I'm done caring about actor speculation parts. I really am. I stopped caring probably 5 years ago.
Don't
I'm
get me
serious. I haven't given a shit for 5 years.
Chris hasn't cared about anything in a decade.
I've seen this video a lot of times and it always makes me laugh. I love these two. It's a shame they don't make videos together anymore, but you know.
After all of the hate Heath Ledger initially got, it's like, I don't fucking care anymore. I just want to see the movie.
I do too.
They cast Robert Pattinson. Guess what? And he might suck, or I might be like, holy shit. Wow, that was different than everything else I've seen, and I'm happy.
He pulled a Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea.
When I think of Batman,
There you go. Okay, we won't seep into Batman because this is a Doctor Who live stream after all. But essentially, what the message is I just don't believe that we should be really speculating that much, because you've just got to wait for the material to come out, and if it's good, it's good, and if it sucks, it sucks. You know, I wish I'd have listened to this when I went into the Chibnall era, but I mean, it still kind of sucked, but I think there was a lot of preconceived bias which put myself off. You know, it's one of those things, it's just don't let your mind get the better of you when it comes to this stuff, because it really alters your perspective on media. And well, I mean, I've studied media and stuff. I'm not saying that I'm a connoisseur and I know what I'm talking about, but outside factors always influence what you see on screen. It just is what it is. If you go into something as a Christian or a Muslim or something, you're gonna see it different to how other people do, because life experiences change things. So I'm going into this not really giving a shit about who they cast, because I just got to see what Russell T Davies comes up with, whether he lives up to the promise of an expanded universe, and whether he's going to take the show in a new direction. But there was a very interesting point. Don't worry, I'll look at your guys' comments in a minute, but there was definitely a point which someone picked. I can't remember who it was that picked up on it, but I think it might have been Matthew from the Who Addicts, even though he's been inactive for ages, but he finally came back. They didn't actually mention the 14th Doctor. They said the new Doctor. So fingers fucking crossed that it's a reboot, because, a soft reboot, I think. I think they're probably going to leave time after Jodie and transition into... I've forgotten his name. Oops. Is it Katja? No. Oh no, that's so bad, I've forgotten his name. But no, I really hope that it is removed as much as it can be from the Chibnall era, because I just want to rinse my mouth out with bleach or something to just get rid of that really sour taste. But yeah, we're all fighting in the comments. Let's have a look at what you guys are saying. I wonder whether anyone agrees with me, because I never ever ever have popular opinions when it comes to Doctor Who. But right, this is a show which has been made for nearly 60 years, and it's got fans from all over the world with many different backgrounds, like I was saying, how we read media, different backgrounds, different preconceived notions of what they want. It's never going to please everybody, because we could go really far away from the left-wing politics of Doctor Who and create a politically neutral show. I don't know if that's ever possible, but they could do that, and the people on Twitter would be angry. But at the same time, you could go even further and make it more about recycling and all this far left stuff. I mean, look, personally, I'm a left-winger, but at the same time, I do kind of want to switch off when it comes to Doctor Who, because I don't want to think about the real world. It pisses me off. But yeah, you can't win either way. We're at this point now where you just can't win. You could do either of the things and you just can't win. I think pretty much media is oversaturated and dead anyway. But that's just me. Okay, I don't know how many comments I missed. Hang on, it doesn't refresh because it's not a very nice thing. Okay, hang on. Oh, I don't know how much I missed. How much did I miss? Sorry, you have to bear with me a minute, guys. We're talking about Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I saw the first Venom movie, and that was absolute trash. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. It just sort of ended, and I was like, wait, hang on. It doesn't even feel like the third act of the movie has even started. I hope it turns out to be like Matt Smith. I was kind of getting that kind of vibe, but it's one of those things, like, I think we need to stop with the past now. We need to... Doctor Who, it's absolutely pivotal to the survival of the show that it stops referencing the past. Sure, putting little Easter eggs in here and there, fine, whatever. But it's just... just stop, right? I can't even be bothered watching the Centenary because it's just a nostalgia wank fest. And it's like, why do I want to watch that? Why do I want... It's like Ace hitting a Dalek. Like, if you're going to go full on nostalgia, put her with the Imperial Daleks or something like that, and then you might get my attention. But it's just... I don't know. It's just going to be shit because they're more bothered about nostalgia pandering than actually telling a good story. I wonder what his TARDIS will look like. Fabulous. No, I have no idea. It could look like anything. No, I don't know. It's weird because we don't know the tone of the series. We don't know anything about it yet. We just know this person's been cast. And I can't speculate based on race or gender or anything like that because that's not what acting's about. Like, actors are different from what they are on screen. So it's, you know, I have faith in Russell T Davies to make the Doctor feel like a really fleshed out character, unlike Chris Chibnall. So I do have faith. Purple Sonic. Purple Sonic. Sonic and the Secret Rings. 2 white stripes. Sorry, tangent. Hey Ross Larkin, how you doing? Oh, hey Dodgers Prime. Good to have you here, man. You guys are just making me laugh in the comments. Gotta take off a bra, and I don't know about the... What, do you think, like, the earrings will fall off her ears as she regenerates into the new guy? Nakuti. That's it. Cutie. No, Chuti. It's Chuti, right? Yeah. I don't know, maybe he might want to keep the bra on. Might be into that, we don't know. Okay, we've now got Russell back, so I'm certain he's going to bring Doctor Who back. How long's it taking over the show for? We don't know. Yeah, that's the thing, we don't know. I kind of wish that he would kind of just... I've never been a fan of the showrunner writing everything, so I kind of wish that he was just like the overseeing force, like in the classic era. Yeah, I think that's definitely the best way to structure Doctor Who. It worked in the past. But yeah, I mean, I ranted about it on the last stream, or the stream before, that nostalgia and Doctor Who, there needs to be a separation now. Because it feels like we're getting a centenary special, and it feels like we've just had the 50th. I know it was 9 years ago, but it really does feel like we've just had it. And I'm really bored of the Nostalgia Fest, to be honest. I mean, you guys know, if you guys are new here, I am sick to death of the Bronze Daleks. I despise that design now. I'm so tired of that design, and it is very crucial to the Rusty Davies era, in the fact that it was a fantastic design for the Time War. It made sense, it was gritty, it worked, but, you know, it doesn't suit the purposes of the modern era. Like, for God's sake, like, in the Whittaker era, the Daleks should have been colourful to match... Well, okay, the style guide and the colour palette for that era made no sense, because it was trying to market itself as like this rainbow and like overly bombastic era, but it was really directed so grittily and seriously, and none of the two things matched. Like, the marketing did not match the series whatsoever. It's one of those things, like, a massive problem with the era is the fact that it was directed so poorly, because there was no link to the marketing and the directing and the writing as well. Like, there was just so much disjointedness that none of it made any goddamn sense. But, you know, people on YouTube are going to tell you it's the SJW agenda, or it's you know, not being diverse enough. But I think it's sure, there's factors in both of those arguments which perhaps could be true, but a lot of it is like the mismanagement and the disjointedness of the marketing and the directing and the writing. It's just a mess. It too many ideas, but no consensus. Yeah, fucking mess. I mean, whatever. That was my rant on how bad the marketing is for the show. Shooty. Oh yeah, happy birthday, Tom. I don't know whether you recently had a birthday, but cool. Hey, oh, the Silver Nemesis 7th Doctor. They could have got you the original Freedom Planet one boxed, but you know, no, it's cool. It's cool. Oh, is that why you were asking about the spare one? What to customize it into? Oh yeah, how's 13 gonna go? She's gonna say, "Yes, can you regenerate from me?" I don't want to do it because she just lets people sacrifice themselves. Like, what a hero, right? What a hero. That character makes no. I don't know who the 13th Doctor is. I mean, I don't know who the 12th Doctor is either. But out of the two, probably Jodie is the most all over the place. It makes no sense. What shoe size is he? Oh yeah, his feet will probably burst through the shoe. Yeah, but they never address that because I was thinking about it a little bit too much. There is a line when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah, Colin to Sylvester, like the coat was big on him, I guess. No, I like I said, guys, I don't think that they're gonna do Jodie into. I keep forgetting his name. This is gonna happen a lot. Tootie. I've got to find a way to remember it because I see the N and then I think no Tootie. Oh no, it's Tootie. I'm so bad at remembering names. No, I think a complete redesign for the Daleks is what needs to happen. I think keep the same basic shape because it didn't work when they changed it with the Paradigm. As much as I love the Paradigm, I know that people didn't like it. So keep the same shape, but you know, feel free to change whatever elements you want. The Daleks need to feel fresh. Daleks work so well in silver, so do silver and black, or like silver and green, or something like that, and it would look absolutely sick, and it'd be intimidating, right? And who's to say you can't have clean ones and really heavily weathered ones, you know? That's one thing that they did okay with the bronze ones, but... Thomas Hooker, how you doing? Tell me your opinions on the casting choice. Oh yeah, happy birthday for tomorrow, Minecraft Spidey. And like I said, I think you should go for a black and white 7th Doctor, a monochrome, there you go, and make like a little display plinth with it or something like that. That's what I'd do. But that's just me. Hey, if it were up to me, you guys know that I would bring back the Paradigm in full force. But it's not up to me, is it? We've got to do the thing that pleases the most people without pissing people off. Like, when I was on about my rant earlier about not being able to please everybody, this era does feel like it went out of its way to piss people off, and that's not good. I don't understand why media does this now. It's, I've said it many times before, but it feels like it's way more bothered about pleasing 3 people on Twitter rather than actually just getting on with the stories and just being fun. You know, I don't want to switch on Doctor Who and think about saving the planet, because, you know, our government should be fucking doing that, right? Whatever. Oh, we got a writer here. Oh, for BBV, right, I see. Interesting. It's not particularly my thing. I've delved into a couple of BBV things, and it's not really my thing. I think the thing about BBV is that I don't think that it should be trying to be a Doctor Who spin-off. I think it should try and be its own thing. Because, I mean, Cyberon, not exactly subtle, but, you know, do whatever makes you happy, man. The 12th Doctor was an idiot with a box and a sonic screw. I mean, sunglasses. Oh, no, not the sonic sunglasses. Do we have to talk about those? See, the Daleks were actually directed well, and even the Daleks, they actually had some screen presence. But what they should have done is they should have gone down to B&Q or Halfords and bought some matte black spray paint and made them stealth Daleks, and then they actually would have fit the tone of the episode a little bit better. But what? Yeah, because remember, design doesn't matter, guys, does it? Of course it doesn't. Could you imagine, like, if a Dalek just turned up, like, I don't know, in shiny yellow? I mean, I personally like it, but it doesn't suit the tone of the episode, does it? Because it sticks out like a sore thumb. Here we go. What do I think his costume will look like? Well, the thing is, whenever we think of any Doctor, it can be either one thing or another, right? It could either be new series, very stripped back and kind of casual, but kind of kooky enough to be eccentric, or it could be Colin Baker or Jodie Whittaker, where it's 100% colourful, and I don't want that. I don't know, I have a fondness for Colin Baker's costume because of how ridiculous it is, but I do recognise that it was probably a bad move to make, right? People tuned out during the Colin Baker era, and people tuned out during the Jodie Whittaker era, so it's like, there's got to be some commonality there, right? There's got to be something there. Tell me I'm not just making things up, but, you know, I think that it's just kind of a bit stupid when they do that. But then at the same time, well, Tom Baker had like a colourful scarf, but that was kind of muted colourful, so I don't know. I'm talking about this purely from a design standpoint. It's one of many factors. Forbidden Unknown. That's an interesting title. It makes me think of Forbidden Planet. I need to get into reading, really, because I'm fully aware that there's a lot of good fiction that I need to read. What I'm reading at the moment is just like Dalek Bibles and stuff like that. I kind of need to go back into actual fiction. No, I completely understand that, Thomas. I'm a struggling artist as well. It's really hard to get stuff made, but it's great that you got an opportunity to write with an independent production company. Obviously, like that's brilliant. You know, I'm not gonna take that away from you. It's just BBV. It's not really something that I really tune into, but you know, I'd be interested to give anything that you want to read. Because why not? MonoSupremeProductions@gmail.com. Oh yeah, will he have a celery? I was about to say something very rude, but I'm not going to. You know, I'd actually really love it if a Doctor had like a clown flower, like a squirty one. Oh, that is such a good gimmick. That would be so good. That would be so good. I would love that. And it's like, here, smell my flower. That would be a great gimmick. Yes, and I would like him to keep his moustache, because I think that's it's a very eloquent look, and I do like it. I've always liked the Doctor with facial hair. Matt Smith, when he had facial hair, it's like, why couldn't he just keep it? It looked great. And yeah, this sex education thing, it always interested me because sex. No, schoolgirls, right? But I probably should give it a go, because it's got Gillian Anderson in it, and anything with Gillian Anderson is good. Oh, does YouTube censor sex? No, it doesn't. No, YouTube says it, so don't worry. We're gonna watch some porn now anyway. No, of course we're not. I'm gonna take a quick break, guys, because I've actually needed a wee since I started, and I probably shouldn't have started. But yeah, we're gonna be back in just 2 minutes. It's not going to be too long. I'm going to refill my drink, go for a wee, and that's it. But make sure you're still here, guys. I don't know how much more there is to talk about the new Doctor, so we'll probably end up talking about something else. But you know, get some questions in. Any questions? Can be Doctor Who, can be movies, can be Sonic, can be absolutely anything. But I'll be back in just a minute, guys. We are back and ready to rock and roll. Would you like a lollipop? That's one of my favourite impressions to do. I would make a comment on the recasting of Dr. Hibbert, but you know, I don't want my channel to be like a nerd-erotic ball-strike channel, so I'm not going to. But it is just kind of funny, and it's like, I don't see anything wrong with a white guy doing a voice of a black guy, because it's acting. It's not, you're not meant to be the person that you're playing, right? I find it kind of weird. I'm always for making sure that, you know, a production team isn't entirely white, you know. I think that's can be problematic, but at the same time, it is kind of funny when they replace Carl and Dr. Hibbert in The Simpsons. And it's like, why? Those voices are so iconic. It's like, why did you change it? You know, it's not even worth watching The Simpsons now anyway. So, but there are some good ones, I guess. What are we all saying? Wow, we're talking about The Simpsons in a Doctor Who live stream. I'm sorry, guys. I have not seen McCoy's welcoming video to duty, but yeah, thanks for tuning in, Thomas. It's really great to have you. Yeah, I hope that duty is good, because it means we have to wait like another 5 years. So, you know, but like I said, I can't really speculate because I have no idea what tone the show's going for. I have no idea what they're going with, so I just got to remain optimistic, but at the same time, don't get too invested because you don't want to get disappointed. And Doctor Who's really bad for disappointment. Who else gets Metropolis Mayhem playing in their head whenever that song plays? Oh yeah. Sonic Heroes, right? No, I don't need to watch Ben 10. I watched it as a kid and it never caught my imagination. Okay. Where are we going with this? Right, I think we've talked enough about the new Doctor because there's not much to talk about. He seems energetic, seems nice, seems like a great guy, but we don't know anything about the era, so I can't comment. You never know, Russell could have a 10-year plan. So, I mean, I doubt it. Chris Chibnall supposedly had a 5-year plan, but that never happened, did it? Oh god, the time was... Oh no. No, I hope that it doesn't even get referenced, the whole Time as Children thing. What a mess. What a complete mess. I just hate in media now how they kind of just completely just jump the shark with everything now. It's like, oh, the Doctor's got infinite regeneration, so it doesn't matter anymore. I kind of wish that they'd just reboot it and just scrap the regeneration rule. And not try and say in the main universe that, oh, it doesn't matter anymore. Oh, there's no canon in Doctor Who. It doesn't matter. Just accept it. It's like, but part of entertainment is you're supposed to have an investment in it, because if you watch episode 1 and then episode 2 completely betrays your trust, well, then it's shit media, isn't it? It goes against everything that it built up. It's like the hybrid arc in Series 9. Imagine if they said, oh, there's no canon in Series 9. Doesn't matter. So you just invested all your time. Well, it pretty much happened anyway. The hybrid arc went nowhere. But you invest all that time into something that doesn't pay off. So Doctor Who's not really worth your time anymore. It hasn't been worth your time since Series 9. Or maybe even Series 8. I mean, I didn't mind it, but it was kind of a mess. But Doctor Who's not really been worth being invested in since 2014. So I don't really have much optimism for the future of the show, really, because it just hasn't lived up to any kind of promises that it's made. The Timeless Child was something in the past, and let's not do anything with that idea. Let's just introduce something and just do nothing with it. And it's like, you shouldn't have even introduced it in the first place, because it's just a messy, terrible idea. I said before in these live streams, it's like, you should never answer the question of the show. You should never do that. Never do that. It's not a good idea, because it's not that interesting. The character of the Doctor is the present. Don't give a fuck about what happened in the past. Make it mysterious, elusive by not commenting on the past. I think the classic show went a little bit too far, and it did a George Lucas in a few places. Went too far. But yeah, I just wish that Doctor Who would stop referencing the past and just get the fuck on with what it's supposed to do. Entertain your audience. Don't bore them with Brain of Morbius shit, because nobody fucking cares about that episode. Well, it's a brilliant episode, but your general audience doesn't give a shit about Brain of Morbius, because who cares? Do new things, tell new stories, capture imaginations of children, inspire new writers. Like, I never feel inspired after watching new Doctor Who. That's the thing. I'll watch a rerun of a Tennant episode and think, right, I'm going to write something, but I never feel that way after a Chibnall episode, because there's just nothing inspiring there. And yes, Timothy Loynes, thank you for putting the paradigm into everyone's consciousness, because we need to get them back. I would start a Kickstarter, but people don't, or whatever, those campaign things, nobody signs them, so there's no point. But I think it's I think it's subtly working, guys, because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but Time Fracture, there was a little hint in there. If you've been, and if you noticed, then let me know, but there was a nugget of paradigm in there, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? There was an actual acknowledgement in an official medium, so... Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just ranting a lot, because, you know, I can... I hate all this Time Lord Victorious shit, and I'm never ever going to read any of it. I'm never going to invest in any of it, because I thought that the Dalek series was absolutely diabolical and an absolute waste of time. But what are you guys saying? What are we saying? I didn't even know that there was a live action Ben 10. I had no idea. Yes, I think that Bearded 11 looks like Jesus, so... Who's the Doctor? Where did they come from? Gallifrey? It's Gallifrey. It's Gallifrey. Just leave the fundamentals of the show alone. Tell new stories. If you really want to, get rid of the character of the Doctor and start afresh and do something fantastically unique. Do something amazing. To be honest, I'm at the point where I really don't give a fuck about the output of the show anymore, because make an amazing new character and tell new stories with that, right? It's make the audience invested in the main character again, because who gives a shit about the Doctor at this point? I'm so sorry, I'm going into ranting territory, but it's out of love. Remember that. But I'm so sick of this rinse and repeat formula that the Doctor Who's just plagued with now, because every time they go, oh, who's the next Doctor? I just don't give a shit, because I just want to enjoy what I'm watching on screen. That's all I'm bothered about. I just want to enjoy my favourite show again. And if that means pushing the boat out, coming out with fantastic, groundbreaking ideas that aren't just changing the gender, because that's not really that much of a move in terms of, you know, the story. You know, it's like, if it they tried to acknowledge it in the Witchfinders, but they just didn't do it well enough. So it's like, either do it or don't. You know, it's very wet. I just hate how wet Doctor Who is now. It's surrounded by sycophants who just think everything's amazing. It's like, there is nothing to the show anymore. You can literally just go, and it just falls over and collapses, because there's nothing there anymore. Yes, the paradigm were created to maintain the purity. Oh, I didn't even realise that there was a 9th and 10th Doctor's chair in Time Fracture. Which room was that in? Oh yeah, we might as well just go... Oh yeah, Jenny would have been potential to start a new show. But that's too much effort, right? I think it's just the plague of entertainment in general. They just keep beating franchises over the head now. And it's like, can we just put something new out, please? I'm so sick. But we're suckers. We keep buying into it. We keep buying the same shit. Like, what if nobody watched this new era of Doctor Who? Maybe they might think, we maybe need to put our energy into creating something new and interesting. But, you know, whatever. I mean, you're just hearing me just spout out a load of random thoughts. Like, my thoughts aren't final. I think that's a massive problem with internet culture, and the fact that your opinion is final. Like, you're either a bigot, a sexist, or a sycophant, or something like that. And it's like, no, that's not the case with me. I change my mind every second, because I'm just a schizophrenic weirdo. I got tested for schizophrenia and I don't have it, so spoilers. Where's the ginger when you need a shoulder rub to calm you down? Yeah, exactly. Where is he? Speaking of ginger, yeah, we kind of started a short film idea, which we do want to make, but it's kind of impossible right now because it's kind of too big. It's a real shame, because I do really want to make it, because it's really funny, but it's like, what do we do with it? Do we put it on YouTube? Do we submit it to festivals? Like, what do? We don't really know. So that's the struggles of a creator, but you know what? Now we're going to talk about Time Fracture. I feel like I should break up this live stream visually for people watching afterwards, just to help them out. So I'm going to put a screenshot of Time Fracture up, just so you guys have something to look at while I'm jabbering on, because I recognise it's not good for visual entertainment to have me just jabbering on for ages. So low res, but you'll be right. Share screen. Okay, so I went to Time Fracture in London, and right off the bat, I will say that the first half was stellar. It was amazing. It was kind of surreal. I'm level with you guys. I cried a few times because it felt like my show mattered just for that little amount of time. The stuff in the unit stuff is really amazing. The stuff with the Daleks is fun. And like I said, there is like a very brief blink and you'll miss it thing about the Paradigm Daleks, which was absolutely insane, but I don't think they're going to go any further with it. Watch my spoiler review for more in-depth analysis of that part, but yeah, the unit stuff was really cool. There was this unit professor who should have played the Doctor. He was really charismatic, a lot of fun. But yeah, everyone was on top form. There was a nutty scientist lady, and she was great. She was amazing in the part. I've got to do my research to remember the names of these people, which will be on a spoiler review, which will come out in a couple of weeks, I'm sure. But yeah, a lot of fun. There's a lot of Easter eggs. That's kind of nostalgia in a good way, as in it doesn't interfere too much. It doesn't go out of its way to reference the brain of Morbius and change the continuity of the entire show. Looking at you, Uncle Jibbers. Wouldn't it be amazing if like this wasn't even Chibnall's idea, and he just took the blame for it? Where was I going with this? And then we went into Elizabethan times, which was a lot of fun. That was great. We had to dance, and I flirted with the Queen, which was fun. I enjoyed that. And then well, you know that Brian the Ude's in it. He's in the picture. We walked around with Brian the Ude for a little bit, which was fun. And then there was a break with like a Starline cruiser, and there was an actual bar which you could go to and drink things, and I had to buy something because I wanted to buy space drink, so you know, it was cool. But then the second half for me was kind of boring, unfortunately. I don't know whether it was just because I was tired, but there was a Weeping Angel section in the second half, and no, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a part set on a certain planet, and it felt very ham-fisted. It felt I don't know. It just felt weird. It didn't feel right. Something about it just felt, yeah. I didn't really enjoy that bit that much. But there was a certain guy in the audience who was louder than the performers, which was absolutely hilarious. But you know. But yeah, first half 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, amazing. Second half, like a 5 out of 10. It was still immersive. I enjoyed how it was still very immersive. Like that's the biggest takeaway from this, as in it is very immersive. If you're thinking of going, I would recommend going, definitely, because you should experience it. But it was incredibly interactive. I put myself forward for everything so I could get as much out of it as I can. It feels like you're in an episode of Doctor Who. It's fucking awesome. But like I said, they really should have spent more time on that second half, because it was very tedious. Which I don't want to say because of how much work have been put into it. Like, obviously I respect it, but they should have gone with a different ending. I didn't really enjoy that, and I don't like how it linked into Time Lord Victorious, because who fucking cares about Time Lord Victorious at this point? It's so fucking dumb. Okay, what else we got? I'm not falling for anything that you say anymore, Micro Spidey. I'm not listening to that theme tune. Make out that Jodie. Oh, I thought you were saying make out with Jodie, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. I do actually really fancy Jodie, but not when she's playing the Doctor, because it's kind of weird. Now I know how girls felt when they fancied David Tennant. But then again, he was a very human Doctor, so it kind of made a bit more sense. And I'm not just limiting to girls, right? I know that... you know what I mean, people who fancied David Tennant. Make out that Jodie was an incarnation of Romano who took the name of the Doctor as he stayed in Gallifrey as Lord President. That would actually be a really clever twist, but, you know, clever doesn't really fit in with people who write for Doctor Who, really. I mean, at least at the moment. And yeah, that's an insult to Romana, by the way. Is it canon in the show that Ace is a time liar, or whatever you call a woman one? Oh, time lady? I don't know. I have no idea. I can't answer that. I don't know. Oh, you sent a photo of the chair. Hang on. We'll have a look in a sec. I'll just read the rest of these. It's not like a haunted. It's very, very scatterbrained. There's a lot going on, and you go from room to room, and it's like you're going from time period to time period. It works so well. like I said, the first half is absolutely stellar. It's amazing. And I'd just call it a day at the first half. I wouldn't even bother with the second half because it didn't do anything. There was like a load of nostalgia pandering and it didn't work. It felt like the end of the No Sir, all 13. It felt like that, but done much worse. Hey Devon, how you doing? Yeah, you missed out on an hour, but don't worry, we talked about the new Doctor already, so I'm not talking about it again because there's nothing else to talk about. Richard says it's disgusting to make out with Jodie. Have you seen Lenny Henry Doctor Who skit yet? I've seen it at some point, I can't remember it, but I remember enjoying it. Now I'll let you guys all fight over whether or not Jodie's attractive or not, but, you know, I have a thing for middle-aged women anyway, so what can I say? Where were we? We talked about Time Fracture, right? There's a gift shop, which is good, I like the gift shop, but there was a lot of Eagle Moss figurines, and, okay, right, another rant, because I just like, look, I just use this to rant, to be honest. I don't want to spread any toxicity or any extremist views or anything like that. Don't worry, I never go down that route. What the fuck was I saying? But character options really should have capitalised on Time Fracture. Now, you could literally just do a repaint of a bronze Dalek and do like the silver and red scientist Dalek or whatever. As much as I don't like Time Lord Victorious, I'd still buy it because it'd be an exclusive figure. Like, all you need to do is just a repaint of a Dalek and have it as an exclusive figure, and it would sell. You would sell all of your stock because you'd have maniacs like me going and buying like 10 of them, and I'm sure a lot of you guys would as well. Price it at like what, $9.99, and it's an incentive to go to the Time Fracture because a lot of us Dalek nerds, we'd buy anything Dalek related, and casual fans would go, oh, that's kind of cool. Does my son or daughter want a Dalek figure? Well, let's just buy that. So I don't understand why character options don't capitalise on stuff like this. Like this, I definitely think they should do like figure releases along with animated Blu-rays. I think that'd be an excellent opportunity. I think they should do like a very limited collector's edition where you have the story, the DVD, along with like a Doctor and Dalek in animated form. I think that would be amazing. I think that would be a fantastic opportunity. But you know, character options are scared of money. No, they're just scared of trying. Yeah, Time Fracture. Would recommend the first half. Go leave after the Silurian sings in the break. Don't bother with the second half because it's not brilliant. Oh, that was the organisers at Time Fracture getting me back. Oh wow, I'm dying, and you guys are fighting in the comments. And yes, Yaz is a very beautiful, attractive lady. I just wish that she had a character. I'm sure that. Oh god, that really stunk. That really hurt. And this is even further karma for saying I don't like Yaz's character that much. I don't know who she is. I don't know who Yaz is. Is it because I'm not invested? Like, did the fans of this era, can they honestly tell you what these characters are? Because I can't. Yaz is a police officer. Did we just fucking forget that? Did we just fucking forget that Yaz... Did she quit the police? Is that what it is? What a waste of time. I'm not watching the Centenary. I really don't give a fuck anymore. I want that Centenary to just plummet. You guys make a pact to not watch the Centenary because it's a waste of time. Garfield Posse. Yeah, furballs. Leela knows all about furballs, don't you? You alright, Nina? You still alive? Yes, you will. I worry about her because, you know, she's like 13 and cats don't live as long as dogs, do they? Anyway, after all that panic, we'll move on to our final topic. Actually, we're just going to look at merchandise in general and then we'll go on to that. Okay, apologies Doctor Who site, I'm using your website to look at things, but we looked at that last time, I think. But these things look fantastic. I'm very, very excited to pick one of these guys up. It's the bobblehead things. Are we sharing? Yes, good. The bobblehead things, but 7-inch, the same size as my I don't have anything else to say on that matter. But it's very cool. I'm gonna pick up the classic ones. I'm not bothered about the new series ones because I'm just kind of spiteful towards the Bronze Daleks at this point. Does that make me a dick? Well, probably. But do I care? No. Okay. Last thing, and then we'll probably end up winding down, I think. But big announcement: the theatrical events of the Daleks' Invasion of Earth in London, the BFI thing. I am going with Richard Lloyd. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to see these things in the cinema. It's going to be amazing. But we booked our tickets. We're going on the 19th of June. Going to be a lot of fun. I hope to see some of you guys there. And if you do go, then please say hi. I've had fans before in the past see me at conventions and say, "Oh, I saw you," and it's like, why don't you just say hi? So say hi if you're there. It'd be really great to meet up and talk. You know, just chat shit, because you know it's different in real life to YouTube, because you know you can actually have a full on blown conversation in real life. Yeah, I mean, it's my goal of 2022 to socialise more anyway. So it'd be brilliant to meet you guys and just chat shit about Doctor Who and chat shit about these movies, because you know these movies made my childhood, so it'd be really amazing to watch this. But I love the incorrect TARDIS on the covers, but you know I won't nitpick, because at the end of the day it's like a novelty cover. So they even flip the Daleks' appendages the wrong way around, but I think that adds to the charm. So you know, just bring these Daleks back for the main show, and then you're sorted, right? Just these guys on the left. I don't think you'd have to work around any legal loopholes, to be honest, because it's still a design of the Daleks. I don't think you get sued by Studio Canal. But yeah, definitely excited to see this. Oh, I'm still feeling that from my nose. Oh wow, I almost died on camera for you guys. What are we all? Oh yeah, we were looking at the seat. Hang on. I'll get it out. Hangouts. I'm dying. It's funny because 13 people are watching now, and it's like, oh, the thumbnail reveals that I'm talking about the new Doctor, and I've already talked about that. So go back in earlier in the stream and watch it. Oh, I'm dying. Google Chat. Sorry, I'm just looking at the messages here, and then I will get started. Oh, stop! I don't care about all this interface stuff. Just let me look. Hang on, let's share the screen. Let's have a look. So yeah, WhoTube sent me this. The 9th and 10th Doctor's TARDIS. I completely missed this. Either that or they took it out, because I did not see it. Weird. But yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. I'm surprised that thing is still in the condition it's in, because, you know, it got sat on all the time, so... Well, mind you, I say that. He only sat on it on a couple of episodes, didn't he? But yeah, very cool. Very cool. Very jealous. Okay. So this is me. Okay, so guys, get your questions in. Just ask anything, Doctor Who or not, and we'll answer them. And then we'll wrap up the stream and do a dance. If it lets me load. My God, I don't know what's up with my phone at the moment. Coins and other things. Great to have you here. Yeah. Which other Doctor Who companions are attractive? This is a very bloke stream, isn't it? I mean, I think Clara just wins anyway, just by default. Because, I mean, Jen Coleman is just a fantastic, amazing, magical, mystical woman. But yeah, Alex Kingston as well. I quite like Alex Kingston. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, even better. Oh wow, 22, that's very old for a cat. Do you think there'll be a character options Colin Baker? And no, there is no way that they're going to do that. Absolutely no way. Because a good idea. But I don't know, I think something like that may not sell as well as like a Time Lord Victorious Time Fracture exclusive custom. I think, God, even if you just repackage a figure like Daypole did and like put new packaging, put like Time Fracture exclusive packaging, people eat that shit up. You know, people do that. So what's the reservation? Yes, the bronze Daleks are definitely getting overused. They are not in the right context anymore. And Rusty Davis posted like a selfie with one of those bronze Daleks, and I got really worried, thinking, oh no, he's not keeping them, is he? I think that's going to make or break whether I bother watching the new era, to be honest. They need to make new props entirely, though, that's the thing. Because the props they've got at the moment are falling to pieces. Yes, Perry as well. I'll take that. I think Nicola Bryant is attractive now as well. I think both Romanas, definitely. And yes, I saw the Lone Daleks trailer for the Cult of Skara thing. Looks cool. But yeah, maybe we should do... Oh, that would really piss some people off, wouldn't it? It's one of those things, like, if I did a video just as a piss take, like ranking the most attractive companions in Doctor Who, I guarantee you it would piss some people off because they'd think that was only interested in looks, and like, that is not the case. That's the whole toxicity behind online culture, where they just assume that you are one thing. Like, if you make a joke about fancying a certain gender or whatever, they'll assume that you're a sexist and you're a user of women, and it's like, no, it's just, you know, I like what I like, and it's kind of a joke as well, but, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, Vicky. I definitely agree with Vicky. Susan. FBI, open up. Oh, I quite like Pearl Mackie as well, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, I remember in the Eaters of Light, this is just a joke, by the way, but I mean, it's true. But I remember saying after that episode aired, oh wow, the only good thing about this episode was Pearl Mackie's ass. Oh, which is true. I met Pearl Mackie. Lovely woman. Very respectful, very nice. So there you go, I'm not a complete sexist. Yeah, that's the main problem with the Bronze Daleks. They don't actually look like the Bronze Daleks anymore. They look like botched versions of the originals. They're not painted the same. Vicky, Zoe, yeah. Oh, dude, we both know what we're talking about with Zoe, and we're just gonna end it there. Should I just end on a picture of on that? I think I should, just to Zoe Doctor Who Mind Robber. Hang on, I don't know which one's the best picture because it'll be low resolution. I'm not sharing my screen yet, but we're just going to end with this picture because it's It's pure art. There you go. You all have a good night, guys, and I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that's a long time. Yes, Dalek should have dark purple round balls. This stream's getting very pervy, guys. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this live stream. Take this picture and do whatever you want with it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. You all have a safe night.